All right, so Nagita, it's another site audit we're going to do. He says his website's in Arabic, so it's going to be really hard for us to audit it, but we can look at the off page. But again, it's going to be very, very hard for us to audit this. But
Challenge accepted.
we'll go ahead
We'll
and
do it.
take a look. I'm actually not seeing a message. Let me see what he says again. I sent it to my page. Okay, never mind. He sent it to me. I also do not see it in message requests. Let's see if it went to spam or something. Yep, it went to spam. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, do you see this one, Nick? I'm gonna have it translate to English, see what it looks like.
All right.
All right, so it looks like it's a sports and health site. Did you get the name?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, you're doing good. You're off to a good start. DR7, which is still quite low, but you only have 75 referring domains, so that about matches up. Nothing crazy there. Your site just started adding a good amount of keywords over in April. You're not at super large numbers yet, but you're literally just starting. So I mean, things look you're off to a very good start. And so here, let me I guess I need a picture for these people. Sorry guys, give me 1 second.
Healthy looking anchors. I like what I see.
Yeah, so this is how things are looking, and it's a health and kind of like fitness site. So yeah, I mean, if it's health related stuff, you're looking at probably needing some high authority, right? But you're already getting some traffic and stuff, so that's always good.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna have to be targeting kind of long tail, lower search volume type stuff. Let's see, how big is the site? 175 URLs. First links were showing up at the beginning of this year, so it's really not old. I mean, links just started popping in Ahrefs in January.
Yeah, registered in October 21.
Yeah, so new sites can really take a while to get moving. I keep pulling up posts that I made in our Facebook group, and I actually just made a post on this yesterday. Let me pull that up real quick.
But yeah, I mean, overall, it looks like you're doing everything correctly. Keep, doing what you're doing.
Here's the post I made real quick. The most undervalued ranking factor is time. A lot of people, they think things aren't moving quick enough, so they think they're doing something wrong, which is usually not the case. Things can take a lot longer than you really expect. Blah, blah, blah. So chill out, follow the process, let your backlinks and content hard work accumulate. They aren't going to disappear. So yeah, they're not going anywhere. It doesn't mean that they're not good. It just takes some time for it all to kind of add up, especially with a new site. It really takes a long time for this stuff to kind of add up before it really starts rolling. Most important thing, don't start breaking the rules because it's not moving as fast as you wanted them to move. You can get yourself into some trouble here. It looks like your website in the past month or two is really starting to take off, which means it looks like you're doing the right things. It's really hard to tell since sites in Arabic and whatnot, but it looks, Google is starting to reward you. So it looks like you have been doing the right thing. Did you find anything specifically, Nick? while poking around?
I mean, just like everything looks like you're doing things properly. You know, you're adding good content that's well received. I mean, all right, if I jump into a couple of these articles, I would say from a user standpoint, like there's no pictures or anything, at least in this one. Let's see if some of the other ones. Yeah, so they're just blocks of text, you know, from a user intent standpoint, I would probably work on that. But from an SEO standpoint, I'd say you're doing really well.
I don't really.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, like the content.
it's just, yeah, all of them are
I'm
like
not seeing
that
any
I've opened
internal
up.
linking in here either. These purple things are not links. Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
He's got, you know, that's an outbound authority to YouTube. And then, so any of his links are YouTube and they're just here. Click here. But they're I mean, it's sort of instructional. Yeah, anyhow, it's not the way I would do things for sure. I'd probably work on getting these articles structured a little bit differently. Outbound authority links, interlinking, diversify the anchor text that goes to outbound authority links, things like that. But overall, again, you know, you're doing really well in the SERPs. However, you only just started your RIP, and typically at some point in time, there's going to be some sort of correction. So keep things doing, you know, keep things going the right way, which is diversifying everything and then making sure that you're giving Google what it wants. Now, I'm not very familiar with Arabic SERP, so you know you're gonna have to see what your competitors are doing and then gauge it based on that. But I find it hard to believe that this would be, you know, the most optimal way to deliver some of this content. But outside of that, everything looks fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to tell what the anchors are since it's got some Arabic in here, but there is English in here, and the English I do see is like the natural stuff, right? Like URL anchor,
Yeah.
it's got a branded anchor up right at the top, which we love to see. Um, but I really can't, I can't emphasize enough how important it is you go into your articles and do internal linking, links to your own, links to other pages on your website that makes sense. And you're also not doing any outbound authority links either. You don't want to do outbound authority links as well. These things are really important that you do. We also didn't look in the stuff even just like
He's
basic
doing
on
the
page.
source thing too.
Huh?
He's doing some of those. Well, yeah, okay. Here's some outbound authority links, but he's doing those source links, and then well, there's some other stuff here. Yeah, overall, I would say the only thing I would be cautious with when looking at this site is your on page.
Just looking I think on page really quick, you've got two H1s on this one page, which, not a huge deal, but a lot of people would lose their mind over that. So you might want to look into it. And yeah, I can't really analyze the rest because it's all Arabic, H3s and H4s. A bunch of headings on this page.
Yeah, but literally all of them are blocks of text. Does he have any page one rankings according to Ahrefs? Or is it all... Yeah, see, it's all mainly page two positions.
Yeah. But he just started popping up for keywords and traffic, so it'd be kind of weird if he went to page one right away.
Well, yeah, but I think he'd have for long tail keywords or something, he'd maybe have a better shot if this was just structured a little bit differently. Like, when you got a sort of shoddy framework, it's easy to make the rank graph kind of shoot up initially, but it's shooting up to things that don't add up to traffic or sales,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, you're doing really well. But I would take into account what Chris and I have said about, how on page is looking. As far as your backlink profile looks, I'd say it looks pretty good.
Sorry, I'm just looking at his backlinks real quick.
You good?
What did you look at the backlinks yet?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I thought everything looked okay.
I feel like there's a lot of kind of like non-relevant stuff here.
But I mean, also another thing that I
It's hard to.
have noted from like buying, oh well, there's a lot of blog comment spam going on here and stuff too.
I mean, we got links about like automotive. We got links about
So
pianos.
it
We got
reminds
links
me of like
about.
when I'm hunting domains a lot, I'll find Arabic domains with like just huge values, and you can buy them. They can really work really well. But I remember coming to find that there's just like so much more spam attached. And now actually manually opening this, like I realize now that a good majority of these higher DR are, is it by DR
Like,
here?
I thought just looking. I
A
didn't
lot of
open
them
them.
are blog comments.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them are blog comments.
gotcha.
So, all right, maybe this is one of those things where, like, it's what I was talking about, where you're getting this initial rip in the SERPs, and so it looks like you're doing really well. But if we're taking a hard line look at some of this stuff, it does look a bit spammy, and that line, although it's going straight up, can correct itself very quickly. And typically, when you're trying stuff like this with a newer site, if you're not careful, it will correct, and then you're going to have a really hard time getting it to go back up, because you started off with kind of less preferred tactics, especially if we're looking at the backlink profile, actual backlinks, which is, yeah, I think I got excited about the anchors and referring domains all seeming okay, and then coming over here, I'm seeing that there is quite a bit of little spammy tactics involved. So maybe just straighten out a little bit, get focus on your on page, the stuff that Chris and I were talking about, so your foundation is whole
Internal
and
links.
good.
Number one thing I
Yeah,
would be working on is
yeah,
internal links right now.
agreed. And then if you're gonna
Add some
keep buying
images.
backlinks and stuff, yeah, add images. Yeah, everything on Chris's on page post, which is on Sir Links a Lot blog, or actually it might actually be a page, but yeah, probably worthwhile to look through that. And then if you're going to backlink, make sure that you're going with higher quality backlinks. Time to stop it with the spam before you go too far.
Yeah, that's it. So, it
But what's
is.
good is what you did good was you used natural anchors, and that's probably the saving grace of getting away with this anchor text profile right now.
Backlink profile, you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so your anchors are good, but your backlinks are kind of not too great. But you do have a foreign site, you have an Arabic site, and you tend to be able to get away with a lot more in foreign SERPs for whatever reason. Google's just not as advanced there yet. It's just harder for them to understand everything in other languages. Their main focus is English, of course. So, you might end up being able to do pretty well if you continue kind of the path that you're on, but it's definitely not best practice. And if you want to, if you want your site not to look like the last site we reviewed, which was the rankings came tumbling down, focus on building quality links, relevant links, links that from related websites and stuff, not just blog comments. You need links from actual articles and stuff. So we're talking about like guest posts or niche edits or like Haro links, something like that. I wouldn't, your site's still pretty fresh. I wouldn't do any PBNs or anything like that right now. And you're still, you're just starting to pop up for traffic and keywords. So I would build only links to your homepage for now. So yeah, just to your homepage, stuff like niche edits and guest posts, natural anchors, branded URL, generic anchors, from relevant stuff. So if you were to get them from us, of course they'd be relevant. But if you're going to build them on your own, just make sure you're getting stuff that's health and fitness related, rather than stuff like cars and whatever the other funny stuff was we saw in there. But yeah, that's the backlink side of things. The on-page side of things, it's really hard to analyze. We saw multiple H1s on some articles. The major thing was internal linking, and we saw 0 internal linking, 0 external linking as well. You had no outbound authority links. That's probably number one thing I would be doing, is doing internal linking. And like Nick was saying, the articles themselves leave a lot to be desired, right? There's no images or anything. Everything is just kind of pushed all up against the side of the screen, and it's just a huge wall of text. But yeah, kind of hard to really dive in too much further than that. But those are the things I'd be working on right now if this was my site. Anything else to add on that one, Nick?
No, I think we covered it.
Cool. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.